After falling, Harry drops his 200-gram wand and it slides 2.5 meters per second, and the coefficient of friction between the wand and the ground is 0.425. How far will the wand go before it stops?
So, for starters, after you read the problem, you always draw the picture. So in our picture, we have young Harry Potter, who has just been struck by a forbidden curse, shockingly drops his wand, and as you can see by our force arrows, we have 4 forces acting upon the wand. The applied force, which is the force that Harry dropped the wand with, the force of friction, which is the coefficient of friction between the wand and the floor, the normal force, and the weight of the wand itself. So, for our givens, we were given the mass of the wand, 200 grams, or 0.2 kilograms. We were also given the velocity, which is 0.25 meters per second. We were also given the coefficient of friction of the wand and the ground, which is 0.425 muse. That leaves only one question to be answered. How far did it travel before it stopped? So the first thing we want to do is find out which equation we could use to find delta D. And one of those equations happens to be delta D equals work over force. So to find delta D, we first need to find work and force. So to find work, we all know that work is energy. So we need to start by finding work. And the only work that is acted upon on the wand is kinetic energy. So first we find kinetic energy, and the formula for kinetic energy is 1/2 mv squared. So we do 1/2 mv squared, plug and chug, and we end up getting 0.625 joules of kinetic energy. And we know that energy is work, and the only energy in this problem is that kinetic energy, so we can safely say that the work equals 0.625 joules. Then, the next step is finding force. We know that the final force equals mu times the normal force. The normal force is mass times gravity, and mu is always just mu. So then we just plug and chug, find that the final force is 0.83 newtons, and then we just need to plug that number into our first original equation of delta D equals work over force, plug and chug, and we get that the delta D equals 0.75 meters. That is how far the wand traveled after Harry tragically dropped it.